Why is she or he still in my life? October 7, 2013. Dear ones, you are fearful that those you love are not shifting with you, that you need to leave them behind. We have told you on several occasions that those you were close to in 3D may not be an important part of your new earth life. Many of you have used that thought to place a barrier between yourself and those you connect with, so when the parting occurs you will not feel pain. You have misunderstood the intent of that message. There are many who are no longer in your sphere of close contacts. Perhaps you talk with or even interact with them often, but when you think of connections of the heart, they are no longer part of that group. They are more acquaintances than close to your heart. Now that you are deeper into your new earth, new life, it is highly unlikely you will find a need to remove many more, if any, people from your heart. During the beginning stages of this transition, you were probably surrounded by those who were a convenience or should. For instance, perhaps your work environment required you to interact with someone filled with fear. But as you moved deeper into this transition, those people shifted or, in a sense, disappeared from your life. Even though you might have contact with them, it is minimal and certainly not heart-centered. Those remaining in your heart are light workers who have not yet switched on their light or are on a different path. You could not have completed the shifts of the past few months if entities maintaining their old age beings and lifestyles were deeply in your heart. The old age and new earth are too dissimilar for you to interact heart to heart with someone who remains solidly of the old age. Your task of moving into the new earth was extremely difficult as you cleansed yourself of old age beliefs, actions and thoughts. You did and do not have additional energy to fend off the fear and anger of old age personalities who do not wish to shift. This does not mean you will not learn or read about old age entities continuing their old age antics. But instead, that you do not need to cut them from your heart. You already completed that phase with those you were in direct contact with. They are no longer an important part of your heart, other than in general humanity terms. Spouses, friends, co-workers, significant others, neighbors and family who remain part of your being or your heart, in whatever fashion, are light workers waiting to turn on their light or on a different path. Perhaps part of their role is to play devil's advocate as you make your transition. They do not necessarily believe all or even most of what you believe, but somehow you cannot let them go. You sense something, somewhere within them, and you, that encourages you to remain steadfast in your beliefs that they too are part of the new earth, just at a different stage or place. How you can know this, for at times, they make you uncomfortable. You cannot understand why they do not wish to know more about new earth, or you, as you make your transition. They seem disinterested and yet, you find them an important part of your heart. Not in the general terms of all are one, but in specific relationship terms that seem to be at odds with what you believe. Perhaps you too argue. Perhaps not. You just know deep within you that you cannot remove that relationship from your being. Nor do you want to, despite all indicators that you should. Such is true because they are indeed light workers taking a much different path than you. Even now, with all the information to the contrary relayed by many channels, you believe your path is the one true path. Perhaps you meditate, visualize, channel, only allow certain foods in your body or whatever. And those you think should be removed from your being, but continue to be part of it despite your wonderment that such is so, are not at all interested in your path. Perhaps the two of you connect spiritually at times, but for the most part, this relationship seems like blending oil and water. This relationship is water and water, only perhaps blue water and red water. It is of the heart, just different parts of the heart. Why do you continue this relationship? The answer is quite logical. To fully understand that all are one, you requested a helpmate unlike you in terms of the path they are traveling. They are moving as rapidly as you, only they do not display the same indicators along the way. They have different markers and paths. You will end up together at some point, just not now. As you open your belief systems to alternate methods of claiming new earth, you will understand the beauty of your decision to select a mate, friend, co-worker, neighbor, significant other or relative who opted for a different path. The only requirement to step upon a new earth path is an open heart. Those you continue to interact with have an open heart, despite so many indicators to you that they are not on a path. They are yet another stage of your clearing. They are with you to help you broaden your beliefs and skills. Patience is required as they, you think, flounder about the new earth. You think, have the direct path and you are in wonderment that they are not at all interested in your path. This is a lesson in love. Not love within the limits and shoulds of the old age, but love in new earth terms. All have the freedom to be, for all are moving to the same place on different paths. You elected to be with someone who broadens your new earth horizons. And they are doing so, much to your consternation. So be it. Amen. Channeled by Brenda Hoffman. www.lifetapestrycreations.com